have messages on the page and they are coming from an array, so we can always add more to that array to put them on there, but that array is not in state, so it's not necessarily looking for changes to that. So it probably needs to go in state somewhere. So the question is, what component should we put the list of messages in? So message list seems like it makes sense. That's where we print them out. What's that form going to do eventually? Put more messages in that array. So knowing that, thinking for just a minute more, where would you put it? They're both a child of chat. So your state needs to be high enough up in the tree that any other components that need it can receive it as a prop from there, right? So, yep, let's put it in chat. So you do kind of have to plan some things ahead. So chat is already a class. Now it needs state, so we're going to put that in a constructor, right? I meant to ask you that. I need state. Where do I initialize state? That's right, in the constructor. You knew that anyway. So the constructor, we always have to call super because we need the constructor from the super class to run, the parent class. And then we can initialize state. So this dot state equals, we'll make it an object. That object will have a property called messages. It'll be, well, heck, it'll probably just be that array for right now. So I'll just copy this array out of here, put it into state here. What do you say, Stephen? I mean, like, what do you say? What's something you say? That is extremely not exclamation point. Cool. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting the right messages. So I wanted to make a change there. So we're going to take this out of messages, and we lifted the state up to our chat component. And of course, the whole thing exploded. Because messages is not defined in message list anymore, right? So how do we get it there? You either have state or you have, yeah, say it again. Didn't you say something? No, I'm looking at you. Prop. Yeah. Have to pass it in as a prop, right? Either you manage state internally or you pass it as a prop. Okay, that sounds neat. How? What do I change? The prop needs to go to what component? In render of chat. Go to your message list. So message list is the one that prints those out, right? Yeah. And you just go to the prop of messages equals messages. No, sorry. That's right. So now it's not just a local variable, it is part of state. So this dot state dot messages, very good. So inside message list, what do I do? Say that again? Put the props in the argument list on line 5. Yep. So this is a stateless functional component, so I don't have this dot props. Instead, I get my props from the arguments. And then I just need one more change. Props dot messages instead of just messages, right? It's no longer just a local variable. It's one of my props. Error went away, and did it change? It did. Oh, now Dana hates her job because Steven's so annoying. I see. Sorry. I didn't mean to set that up that way. So, hey, that seems pretty cool. Now all we would need to change is the state of chat to make that change. We haven't been looking much at our React Dev tools. Let's look at those real quick, see some of what you can do with them. You can drill in here and have a look at stuff, but you can also search this, which is really handy. So if you want to look at a particular component, just start typing chat. There it is. I see chat header and chat. And it highlights the part of the page that's there. And remember, these things aren't actually in the DOM, so this is pretty cool that it can do this. So let's look at chat. I highlight it, and it says props, don't have any. State, I have messages. So you can always see what your props and state are for any given component, which is really handy with troubleshooting. Sometimes you're driving yourself crazy because you swear something should be working that isn't. A good question sometimes is, do I even have the props that I think I have? And this can tell you. So very handy. Get used to them. They're your friend. So add messages to chat's state.